Please start.
Very good
Start now,
afternoon
sir.
to very good afternoon to MD sir, director sir, and HOD sir, and all my colleagues. Now today I am giving the lecture. Today I am giving the lecture based on the C programming and named is fundamental of C language. Now, first of all, just I would like to just say about the topics and also demonstrate myself also. So I am Ganesh Yadav, Assistant Professor and Department of Information Technology. So before we start of our main topic in terms of C language, we have to know why we use of C language, and when newcomers come in the field of engineering, then how can we just learn of C language to them. So starting off my video is here. Now first one is objective of the course. Now in objective of the course, first just we demonstrate the in engineering discipline, it is our first subject which we learn in C language. And second one is in professional fields, it means when students just do the BTech or any other courses in professional, then they also learn of this subject. So this type, if we're talking about this type, so this is terms in the science stream. In science stream means when students just do the 10+2 in PCM group or any other group, except any technical basic concept means formulas based. Means they have learned the concept based on the bookish language. And learning curve, it means they have just only thought what they have read in the books. Now when students move in the professional terms, in professional terms means when the student doing the BTech or any professional course, then they just do the work in a very creative manners. In creative manners means what have they learned in a 10+2 or any previous existing streams, they just only do based on the formulations, and when the formula will implement in the technical technologies, then this comes should just create the creativity. Second part, one diversity. In diversity, it means the using of the specific formulations in the programming, and they can use in anywhere and just expand the existing knowledge. And third term is money. In terms of money means in such manners when the students do the any other courses like BA, BSc something course, they can just only do the work not based on the specific they have learned, but in during a professional course what they have learned they can just emphasize. That's we can say ki role of the gaining knowledge is discover that just achieve the some specific monies. Now, our objective of the course is here. In this course, we can just apply up our C programming language in different streams. In terms of engineering, in science, and other management, we can use of this programming language. Now, second one is ki how we just how we understand about the computer works, or how can we use of the any formula in the mechanism. Now next one is how can we use of the any formulations through the specific programming language. Now we can just write it here, automatic boring repetitive step. This means when students are not learn the concept, then they can only try to copy and paste, but they do not do the work based on own ideas. Now, next part one is, now in this PPTs, we can just only think how can we choose the specific language. In the professional area, we have just seen much more programming language, but I mean to say here only taking about the language type of the languages. Now in high level language and low level language. As we know, in high level language like Pythons and other programming language, we should follow the specific criteria. Like can start the interesting program from the start. Less emphasis on the syntax, propagate bad programming habits, and important nuance not covered type pointer. It means in the high level language like Pythons, we will not discuss about the types and the pointers. Now, next one is low level language. In low level language, uh, we can say, suppose if I put C in low level language, then we can just use up the specific terms and techniques to just do the work. Next one is focus of syntax. Focus of syntax means, as we know, the all the syntax in the programming are fixed. We just use and implement them as per our need. Next one is knowns of the programming. Knowns of programming means known as programming. It means in this programming we can just only analyze the formulations and use them and do the something new works. And in C programming language, we cover the all type of the concepts like the pointer and types. Now, this is a images in which just suppose a science stream or other technical students just only learn. Suppose they have know about the C, Java, Python, Fortran, and other languages. And this is a very famous dialogues between the two actors, Amitabh Bachchan, Shashi Kapoor. In this scene, the Amitabh Bachchan speaks. As we know, मेरे पास C है, Java है, Python है, Fortran है, तेरे पास क्या है? Now, in this scenario, the Shashi Kapoor just only replied that I know the programming skills. It means suppose we know the only the use of the any programming language, but we don't know how can put the specific techniques in the appropriate place. Then appropriate place that should be only asked by the Shashi Kapoor, and the Amitabh Bachchan means the person who only know the terms which are only done by asked by the upper layers. So that the major part one is here Shashi Kapoor means suppose I know each and every concept views of the any concept, then we can use of any programming language. We can do on C, C++, Java. We can work on any programming language. Now here next one is introductions to programming. Basically, just I want to just speak here. I will cover only the overview of the programming language, but we will not discuss of the depth of the C programming language. So here introduction to programming. It means to just in this scenario, this course is supposed to introduce programming using some programming language, and in this programming language there is no just required to the prior language what they have known. And third one is we can just use of the any theoretical approach and implement them that we can say practical approaches. Now now about the C language. In C language means we can say in 1972 best author namely Dennis Ritchie at Bell Laboratories just discover of this programming language. And as we know, C is a much more strong language as compared to other programming language, because with the help of C language, whatever we have created, like the operating system in the form of your Unix, and as we know, there is a much more precautions from the virus, so that we can say that C is a much more strong language as compared to other programming language. I mean to say here, basically focus here, in the C language, we will not give the definition of any viruses, so that virus will not enter in the C language developed through operating system. Now comes in the programming language properties or characteristics. So in programming language, first one is we can use of C language in the general purpose programming language. It means only just use the concept and apply as per the need of the user. Second one is in mid-level language. In the previous slide, just I am speak, C is the low level language, And here I write here, C is a mid-level language. Just only do of this work based on the phenomena in low-level language. As we know, in low-level language, what the system will generate, that is much more powerful. That is just accumulate to the systems. In the high-level language means simplicity. So C have a doing the solution of the complex problem that done in the low level, and simplicity just like a high level language. So we should put C language in middle level language. Now next one is it is a structured programming language, because in C language whatever methods are given, we can use all the root parameters to describe all the problems into their subparts, so that solution of the each part is much more easy. And in next one is just we can say C is a renowned for its simplicity and easy to use because it's a structured approach. Now in this scenario we can say, when suppose we have a problem it's much more complex and we are not ready to solve of each problems due to the lack of the skill. So in this scenario we can just classify of the our complete complex programs into the subparts, and each subparts can be solved in specific manners. It's a very good, it's a very simple, so that when we solve of subparts then combine them and produce the specific output, so that we can say it's very simple. Now next one is the portable. In the portable it means the C program run in a different environments. Suppose in terms of the in IDE, like a integrated development environment, we can use our C language, put the programs, compile them and produce the output. Suppose we are use the middle codes, that we can say batch codes, object codes, and put in some other places, and at that scenario maybe that object will not be completely execute without the source code. Now, it is much more popular, not just it can be used as a standalone programming language. Now, it means when we give the input and produce the output, and between the input and output, whatever we have produced, we have kept the process, then process is in a synchronized way. Now, in the next one is, it is a very flexible language. In flexible language, it means we can use of the all the source code of the C language, and just like a low level language, and put on the platforms and execute them. So it is a very flexible language. It is a very fast, because when we compile of all the programs and compile them, then after compilations we can see the how much errors are in the program in a single places. Then we use the keywords in the error and go to the specific lines and remove the error. So it is a much more fast. It is a modular language. It is a basically modular. Modular means, as we know in the previous slides, just we just divide up the complex task into the subparts. In subparts we can solve that's in efficient way. Suppose when we analyze the complete source code and error suppose created, then we can consume much more time for discovering of the errors. So we can divide up complete programs into the subparts. Then solving of the subparts is much more easy. Now last one is easy to debug. Now easy debug. Now in these statements, just we can put, sometimes we are just not given the input and process them, but in this scenario output will not be generated. And sometimes maybe activity will happen, we are giving the wrong input and output is generated, but the output is not received what we expect. So also done by it is called debugs. Now it's your cycle of the programming language of C language. Now in this scenario, you can just see here. First, we write the program. We write the program means it is called source code basically. When we write the program, and after completion of the writing statements, then go to the compilation. Now going to compilation, it means we use the specific software, or we can say a specific compiler on which we can put the source code for the compiling. And after when we compile up the programs, then our machine will produce error or non-error. If suppose machine produce error, then we can just search out and back to the source program to edit them and remove the errors, then again compile. And after this compilations, and suppose error becomes zero, means there is no errors in our program, then our program will be run. And after running up the programs, then we can just only again verify up this data. Suppose user given the input and expected output is not produced, that means if run programs means whatever we have got the output, and if output is okay, means they match our expectations, then it means user can say our program is correct. If user match data is not exact, then we can say our data is not exact, then again go to the executor statements, then again give the proper input and check out our output is exact or not required by the user. Now there are some files which just used in the conversion of the C programming language. Now in C programming language, we have here four type of the files. So first one is source file. In source file means here whatever we have write the program, that is called C program. That is called C source file, and we can save our source file using the .c extension. And next one is header files. Header file means all the library functions already stored into the specific header file functions. That name is .h extension. And next one is object file. In object file means when our program be compiled from source code to other place, then after compilations, what we got the file and name is our object file. And this is executable file. Executable file means when we execute of the object file and get the output file, then our file output file is called executable file, or sometimes it's called .exe file. It's our output display screen. Now go to our programming structure. So called about variables, because in C programming variable kept a very important role. So we are just taking the example in terms of, suppose we have envelope and we have just letter inside the envelope. So envelope just behave like variable and letter just behave like a value. Now we are taking the example here. Now you can see here in examples. So first one is, suppose human just make a program. Suppose if I'm giving the some value and ask them to just add up two numbers. That in this scenario, maybe you guys just do the work like a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 4 and simply add them, and you can, then you will you tell me the answer of C becomes 9. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So in these times, just this is worked by the user. A simple, it's called manual approach basically, that done by the user. But when the same task done by the machine or compiler, then our compiler do the same task like this. There are some specific lines has included storage.h, then int name, int a, b, and c. A is equal to 5, b is equal to 4, c is equal to, just use the formula a plus b and print c. Now in this scenario, output basically go into the C and print of the C. Up again, comparison of these 2 points in this slides when the user do, and suppose every time input value be changed, then every times we just manually add up previous 2 numbers. Every times user will involvement. But in machine, suppose if a value of A and B is not fixed, sometimes value is give during the running of the time, then this machine will automatically the summing of the numbers and produce the C. Now there are some formats we are using in the programming language, just like integer, float, and other characters. Suppose if we're talking about the float numbers, and suppose as per the given example here, suppose I'm giving the value of pi is equal to 3.141592. It's a value of pi and format like float type. Then when we just want all the value of pi should be printed, then we simply use the formats percentile f. then this percentile f only produce the complete output or complete value of the pi. Suppose 3.141592. And in this printf, we are using here percentile 6.2f. This 6 represents the integer number, and 0.2 means how much places the value will be, the value wants to print. So here 0.2 means after plotting this 0.14, then 0.14 and 3.14 value will be displayed. In this last printf, suppose we are using here percentile 0.4. So 0.4 means here 4 places after the fractions will be generated, means 0.1415. This value will be generated. Now we come to the next slide is here. Here are some mechanisms of the programming that we are using in the C programming language. This means with the help of in human tendency, just translate up the English to the any formal language, and again problem be just solved in the sub problems, and easy can be solved. And in this scenario, maybe when we are using the manual approach, then we can consume much more times. But when the system will solve the same problem, then they will not consume much more time. It's a basic structure of the C programming. In this scenario, we can just set up the specific step-by-step process. So first one is documentation, then preprocessor statement, global declaration, then main functions and sub functions. So in documentation, it means what is our objective of the programs. Then in preprocessor, as a previous slides, we discussed about the has includes studio.h is called preprocessor directive, and global declaration, then main functions. Let us see in the next slide. It's a simple explanation. Documentation means comment, means name of the objects. Then studio.h, it means has include is called preprocessor directive, and studio.h is called standard input output header files. So, and next one is our main function. In the main functions, when just if a comparison of human brain to the machine brain, human brain is done by only the braining sense, what the parts of body will work when the sense do by the main brain. In same way in programming, all the sub function, all the variable, all the keywords will work based on the main function. What the main function sense, then input and output will be work. It's about taking the example here. In this example, we're talking about the printing of the tables. In manual approach, this is a manual approach. If you're talking about table of 2, then use the every time set of multiplicand of A and B. Then if B की value जो है greater than 10, then give the just statements 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3 like this, and produce the output. But when the same work will done by the machine, then simply give the this statements. Value of A is 2, that is fixed, and B is equal to 1, and value of B will be increased in the every steps. This is repeat statement. Repeat means the value of B will be run how much times? We have 10, so we can use 10 times our increment of the B, and output produced like this. This is a basic simple structures. Now summary of the manual algorithm. In manual algorithms, what the user do and process will done based on the user applications. Now, how can we check our multiplication is correct or not? So we use of these statements, and in this repeat is also called loop invariant. Means in place of repeat, we can use the much more loops. In this scenario, we can use of the repeat. Now repeat is basically not used in C programming, but repeat only replacing the just specific loops like for, while, and do while. So this is a replacing of the repeat statement like for. When for is for I is equal to 1, I less equal to 100, I plus plus, then print hello. Now in this scenario, hello will be print 100 times. Now what is the benefit of the repeats? When we use the repeat statement, then we will not confuse about the loop. When we require the specific loop, then we can replace our repeat with the specific loops. So there is the 3 limits of the Bloom taxonomy which are applicable in the programming language. Now we can call it create, apply, and understand. In terms of create, we can say how can we find the errors and what the code fragment and produce the output. In application and in apply, suppose we are giving the some questions and get out the only ask it, just find the just only check our statement is true or false, or just fill the data what the required inputs. And in create means suppose when the person just learn of previous all the concept, then use of previous concept and do the new one, that it comes in the create terms. Now, in basic phenomena of C language is called data types in C language. In data types, we are using here the two types, primary and secondary. In primary, character, integer, float, double, and void. In secondary, we can call it array, pointer, structure, and basically primary means the system can be defined all the variables, fixed value and fixed range. But in secondary data type means basically it's not a data type, just using of the primary data types and accessibilities. Now comes to the next topic is operator. In operator, as we know, in operators we can just discuss in three terms: unary, binary, and ternary. In unary operator, we can just means single operand can be used. For example, increment operator, decrement operator, cost operator, and size of operators. In case of binary operator, we can use of two operands. When the input value is using the two operand, then we consider binary operators. There are much more operators using binary operators like arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, and assignment operator. Because when suppose I am taking C is equal to A plus B, then A and B is operand. I go out to the C. So value of A and B is comes from the user. So basic phenomena is here A and B is operand, and we are using two operands, so that it is called your unary operator. The last one is ternary operator. In ternary operator, we can use here three operands. In three operands, means you can just look it here. We just suppose put the conditions, and when condition be true, then produce some output. When condition suppose becomes false, then produce some other outputs. So condition, then next result, and then false statement. So that we can say three operands. So phenomena is called ternary operator. So for example, here taking, suppose if I write here A is equal to B. Now A is equal to B means here the user will be much more just confused. What is value of A and B? In suppose if A is equal to B, it comes in the relational operator. Then it will check the conditions, and when suppose in assignment operator, value of B becomes suppose change, then automatically A will be changed. In this example, suppose we are talking about conditional statement and if statement. There are lots of examples in the suppose absolute value, tax calculation, given pH value, class schedules, making sure input is correct. So all this is comes like the examples we can use for the if statements. Now in this array statements, in array means first motivation from the matrix. As we know in mathematics, all the students just do the work in the matrix, addition of the matrix, subtraction, multiplication, lots of work they can do in the matrix. So all the mathematics work we can do in the programming, and we can call it array. So basically array is, what is array? Array is a homogeneous data collection elements. And revisit means here the how can you access of the elements. Suppose we have 10 elements in the specific matrix, and we just visit of the all the element of the addresses. Now in this scenario we use the array. This is the simple example in input and output. Now in these examples, what is the obvious algorithms, matrix two longs, swap operations, and what place will be done. Now we can say inputs and its output. So in matrix, the student just only are it's a transposition, but basic phenomenon is called swapping also. Means row to column, column to row. It's called swapping operations. Now in the C programming language, we know much more functions, but basic phenomena is main, scanf, printf, square root, and power function. These are the predefined functions we are using in the C programming language. Now come to the function in real life. Basically in the real scenario, we are using the much more functions like minimum, maximum, sine, cosine, and login function. And suppose I'm taking examples here. If I do the work to task to the family members and ask him just buy the vegetables, and as we know, much more vegetables come in the markets, and we just go in the specific market, the specific commodities, then we can just buy. And suppose input value is given list of veggie to buy, money, and empty bag. Now, and output in the output we can just push the veggie and remaining money. Now these two are the differences we are used in the function in the real life. Now this is our submission of the our PPTs. And if any query on this phenomena, then yeah, you are just feel free to contact in my ID. Or if I also just put the comment, oh, also put in the query in your comment box, and I will try to solve them. Okay, thank you.